Patriotic comrades, Andrew Holness is in serious trouble, and Mark Golding knows it. By the end of this video, you will see why Jamaica's constitutional reform has turned into a high-stakes chess match where the Prime Minister is running out of moves, and Golding just placed him in check. So Patriotic comrades, picture this: Andrew Holness standing tall at his swearing in, publicly calling on Mark Golding. Mark, let us partner together to complete the work we started in making Jamaica a republic. Sounds like unity, right? But fast forward to September 30th, 2025, Holness sends a letter, not even to meet with Golding himself, but suggesting Golding should link up with Justice Minister Delroy Chuck instead. Now, if you're Mark Golding, leader of the opposition and PNP president, how do you take that? Like the Prime Minister is trying to sidestep you, like he's not taking the opposition seriously. And Golding's response, a classy but sharp rebuff in a letter dated October 3rd, 2025, basically saying, "No, Andrew, I expected you, not Chuck. Don't send your messenger, send yourself." I mean, Patriotic comrades, imagine inviting somebody on a date, then you send your cousin instead. That's basically what Holness just did. Who do you think came out looking stronger, Andrew Holness or Mark Golding? Drop your vote in the comments below. Why is Holness ducking Golding directly? He afraid to face Mark Golding. Golding turned Holness's own words against him. Remember that swearing in line? Golding quoted it back in his letter. That's political judo, using your opponent's weight to throw them off balance. But here's where it gets more dramatic. Golding is framing this entire standoff around Jamaica's constitutional reform. The JLP wants to slice the issue neatly. First, remove the king, but leave the Privy Council question for later. The PNP, no way. Golding is saying, we leave both the king and the Privy Council together. No halfway independence, no half patchwork republic. And let's not forget, Holness doesn't even have the 2/3 majority in either house to push this through without PNP support. That means Golding holds the keys. If Holness can't negotiate directly, he risks stalling the biggest political project of his career. Is Holness intentionally dragging his feet to avoid real reform? Or is he just politically concerned? Let's layer in some history here. Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding in 2010 and PJ Patterson as recently as 2021 emphasized unity as the only way constitutional reform can succeed. Mark Golding is invoking the legacy, framing himself as the serious statesman, while painting Holness as the evasive, weak, and playing partisan games. It's like Holness showed up to a group project, but instead of working, he's telling Delroy Chuck to carry the laptop while he poses for the yearbook photo. Do you think Holness is dodging Golding or just playing political chess? Comment yes for dodging or no for strategy in the comments below. Here's the killer twist. Golding isn't just refusing Holness's invitation. He's setting a trap. by insisting on meeting directly with Holness, Golding makes himself look presidential, while Holness looks like he's hiding behind his ministers. Even worse, for the PM, if he doesn't cave, Jamaicans may start asking, why doesn't Andrew want to face Mark Golding directly? What is he afraid of? And if he does cave, well, then it looks like Golding forced his hand. This is a win-win scenario for Golding, and it's why Andrew Holness may not survive this round of attacks politically. Golding is slowly painting Holness as a weak leader. At the exact moment, Jamaica is debating its future identity, monarchy or republic, Privy Council or Caribbean Court of Justice. This isn't small talk. This is about Jamaica's sovereignty, and Golding is positioning himself as the man with vision and backbone. What happens if the reform fails under Holness? Who benefits? Mark Golding says, talk to me directly, Andrew. Was that a boss move or just political games? Let's debate your thoughts in the comments below. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Quick recap. Now, patriotic comrades, let's break this down. Holness invited Golding, but sent Delroy Chuck as the middleman. Golding clapped back. Talk to me directly, Andrew. The JLP wants reform in stages. The PNP demands the full package. King and Privy Council gone together. History shows success only comes through unity, and Golding is using that precedent to his advantage. Bottom line, Golding is playing chess, Holness is playing checkers, and the opposition leader has the upper hand. Should Jamaica ditch both the King and the Privy Council at the same time? Comment Republic if yes. Comment later if no in the comments below. So, patriotic comrades, Andrew Holness may be battling Mark Golding in public, but behind closed doors, the JLP is in turmoil, internal divisions, scandals and leadership doubts are shaking the party to its core. Could this be Golding's secret advantage heading into the next election? Patriotic comrades, the real problem for morning is that Holness want half-ass this Republic Reform Constitution Bill. Zane, Holness is a Privy Councillor, so he want keep the Privy Council so he can keep his Privy Councillor title. Holness are the problem. Marky G say replace the UK Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice. Holness I say no. So Holness is the issue. Him a problem man in all of this. Him a basically the stumbling block, roadblock, the enemy of progress in this situation. Marky G as if I'm morning, we want to be a real sovereign state. We don't want to be no peace or republic or no fake republic. So here we are going to get rid of the British monarchy so Jamaica can stop being a constitutional monarchy and become a real republic. Zine so Marky G say, yo, look, we need to get rid of both the British monarchy and the Privy Council. We don't need the Privy Council. We need to cut them off clean. The said man where the Labour Party are called a British citizen. Him are the one where I tell you and Jamaica say, a real liberation we want, real freedom we want real republic, we want real and true independence. This is what the man where they call an Englishman are saying. And the man was supposed to be a black man, was supposed to represent the African race. Him want keep we tied down and tied to the colonial slave master same way. That's how the black man want to do, you know. You see me? And Marky G, who is the liberator, I said no, make England F off and go. And Holness know this. Holness know say Marky G want cut off everything we have to do with England and turn Jamaica in a real republic. So Mark Golding and the PMP are the one who really want set Jamaica free and turn Jamaica in a true and real republic. Holness not depend that. Holness want keep in Privy Council title, and that are the problem, and it cannot work. Me agree with Marky G and the PMP from day one. Me want real independence, cut off England clean. And me personally would have go further with transforming Jamaica in a republic. Just like what America did. Me I go give you the history of America. When America won its independence from England, America did go to war with England and beat them up and win their independence. After that victory, through blood, sweat and tears, America changed up everything. That is why American English is different. So this I got to take a whole heap of work, you know. You see me? America English is different from the British English. England have cricket, American turn cricket in a baseball. England have rugby, Americans turn rugby in a NFL. England have football, America turn football in a soccer. Just to create their own identity and cut off and sever every tie where they have in England just to be truly independent. So as me say, a whole heap of work in order to do a lot of things. You see me? It might even require say, we're going to rename all of them parish here. Get rid of the colonial baggage. No more St. Elizabeth, no more St. Thomas, no more St. Anne. Remove all colonial memory. That is the real and true way if you go about it, you know, as me say, but that take a lot of work. And you have to be willing to put in the work. All them old Lady Musgrave road there where they are Kingston and St. Andrew, then road they have to go get rename. Rename a parish them man in a like New Ghana, New Nigeria. Name me for some place in Africa, man. You see me? Saint Kenya and then thing. Them revolutionary things there comes to mind when you talk about severing ties from Britain completely. Because that's what America did. That's true independence. Decolonize the education system and decolonize this slavery colonial constitution that oppress the African people who live in a Jamaica. Whole heap of work, but the work must be done. So it's not a surface level thing. If you really want to go about this the right way and execute it in the right way. England have a Westminster parliamentary system. America say no, when I use that, that's what that. So instead I go prime minister, then go president, a republic and a congress. Cutting off the colonial vestiges and image and become a true self-governing, self-determined country where form and create their own identity and culture. England people say tea and crumpets. Americans say pancake and waffles. You get it? You don't understand it now. Don't make it go over on the head. Patriotic comrades, when Holness did that making public speech during a swearing in ceremony, and him a call for Mark Golding and he say, Mark, let us partner together to complete the work we started in making Jamaica a republic. Who is the us and we Holness a talk about? It could never be Marky G and the PMP. So now it's we and us. When you need something from we and you come to it in bad faith, you now come to it with no good intention. Cause we don't see the time where Holness depend. We see say him want go dictatorship. We see say in party have turmoil a boil beneath the surface in and amongst his ministers. And everybody like him and everybody support him. In this Warmington turning back on him. Talking about we, Holness, you speak French now. So patriotic comrades, what me want to know is why is Holness running, ducking and hiding from a Mark Jefferson Golding? Why Holness is afraid of facing Marky G? Yeah, send messenger. Me say we now stop expose this fake and conniving, corrupted, thieving government where only company media can do be a PR and press release when him making inauguration speech, him chat publicly on national TV, but oh Mark, let's work together. And me tell you no, right then and there said that was all smoke screen, smoke and mirrors, misdirection. He just a do it for the media, he no meaning. You see me? Because guess what? He want to use that as a political tool to say, yes, remember Andrew did say it in an inauguration speech, say he ready to work with Mark Golding, and now see Mark Golding a be difficult. Not knowing say behind the scenes, Holness are the one that is being difficult. Behind closed doors, Holness are the one where I play games. And nobody over the JLP is smarter or brighter than nobody over the PMP. We already see them economic incompetence. So obviously no bright people not the over JLP. So Holness I try to go around and mark Jefferson Golding, but them not smart enough to even pull off that or accomplish that. So what we have in the form of this Holness administration is an illegitimate government and a very incompetent government. You can't trust a man that publicly lies to the Jamaican people repeatedly. You can't chat publicly say, oh, you want to work with Mark Golding and then you send your messenger. Like you try disrespect the integrity boss. Marky G, I make you know say, yo, you have to meet with me face to face directly. Me not meet with no messenger. I mean, I chat to no messenger. So now Mark Golding is controlling the frame. Mark Golding is dictating terms and conditions of how this is all going to play out. So Mark Golding has the upper hand because Holness still needs a 2/3 majority from the People's National Party before he can even attempt to create this republic where I come with. But we know he might try use this republic to usher in a dictatorial regime and put Jamaica under dictatorship, under style and craft. And if he get to achieve this, it will be done legally. You see, gone are the days where them have to use the military, the police force, and put the entire country under a state of emergency for put the people under this old time days type of dictatorship. Now them can do it legally and constitutionally without you even knowing. And since we're on the topic of republic and constitutional reform, let me break back down the maths where I gonna make Holness accomplish a dictatorial regime, and him will be the one prime minister where you hear him talk about. Yes, he will be the one prime minister until he's dead. I'm going to tell you how he will accomplish this again because I say it in other videos, but I'm going to repeat it for who new to this. So in Holness current constitutional reform where he might push to achieve this republic, Holness as the prime minister is the one where get to pick the puppet president. Zine, and under this republic you will have 27 senators, 27 senate seats. Zine, so me I go show you the maths now where equal a 2/3 majority by Holness, where I go equal him becoming or creating a dictatorship. So Holness get to pick 15 senators. The puppet president or Holness, I go pick that president get to pick 3 senators. The opposition, Marky G and the PMP, them get to choose 9 senators. Now that 9 senators by the opposition, PMP, that's just 9 votes in the Senate or House of Representatives. 9 votes the PMP have none. Holness have 15 senators which equal 15 votes. The puppet president where I work for Holness, so Holness I go pick and choose that president. I go choose 3 senators where equal 3 votes, and those 3 senators will be also handpicked by Holness for the puppet president pick. So in total, Holness and the puppet president have a total of 18 votes. That is a clear 2/3 majority. So the opposition PMP now gonna have no talk, then can't do nothing, they don't have no say. So any bill or anything where this puppet president and PM Holness want pass, then can pass any bill and then can do anything. That is how they will accomplish this modern new style dictatorship. Remember, it is the prime minister who gets to pick and choose the president. So don't make what me say a while ago go over your head. Make sure you get it. But with a dictatorship like what Holness want execute under style with this republic, Holness can easily pass a bill for mandatory needs digital ID cards. Mandatory. He passed that into law because he has the 2/3 majority vote. Remember, the opposition have 9 votes. The opposition are no talk. The opposition are no say. They can't do nothing. Because a dictatorship make mandatory needs digital IDs very easy for force upon the people them. You think it's a coincidence you see Keir Starmer in England a come out and talk about digital ID cards. The whole of them upon the same program. They said one world government program. So we see the British citizens in England come out and say we don't want no digital ID, and them reject it 100%. So that the bill dead, so Keir Starmer and the Labour Party can just, forget that. But knowing them will try find a different way to try weasel in it and try grow on the people them, and even that still not go work. But even people who have voted for Keir Starmer and the Labour Party in England, even them reject it. Even them say they don't want a digital ID. So clearly we can see we only have a misleader because we don't have a real leader. We only care about turning Jamaica into one dictatorship. That's why Jamaica's economy now grow, because he now focus on to grow the economy. This government is focused on everything but creating real economic prosperity and real growth in the economy. That is why Jamaica economy has been stagnant for the past 10 years. The World Bank said in a report last year, 2024, that Jamaica's economy was projected to grow by 2% in 2025. The last report we see this year recently was Jamaica's economy grew by 1%. So we still not achieve that 2% economic growth where the World Bank did projected to happen this year. And we are in the last quarter of 2025. So his third term start off to a rocky and shaky start already. But here's the real twist. This battle between Holness and Golding over constitutional reform might just be the smokescreen for something bigger brewing behind the scenes. Because while the Prime Minister is dodging face-to-face talks, there are whispers that the JLP's own house is cracking under pressure. Scandals, internal rifts, and moves that could completely shift the balance of power before the next election. In my next video, I'll break down how Holness's own party may be his biggest enemy, and why Mark Golding is quietly smiling in the background. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. Patriotic comrades, so is this the beginning of the end for Andrew Holness's grip on the Republic debate? Or will the PM finally step up and meet Mark Golding man to man? Pause. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Holness is dodging, or is this just strategy? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe and share, because Jamaica's political drama, it's only just heating up. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.